we are again. We're live. Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexis K. Tyler. We're going to get back into more with DC Young Fly and Jackie O. Jacqueline Smith. Now, when I'm looking it up on Google, it says she's born with November 3rd, 1990, which will make her 32 years old. She physically died May 31st, 2023. Okay. She's still speaking. She's such a sweet baby. She doesn't understand what happened to her. She doesn't understand why. She's very fragmented and very torn. I haven't seen this before. Hello, everybody. Hi, Justo. Hi, baby. Hi, everybody. Please, the people that love me and support me, hit my Cash App and make a clap. Put my Cash App in the chat. Is one word: Queen Drip King Nip. Queen Drip King Nip. Queen Drip King Nip. I have a blue candle on my Cash App page so people will know it's me and not someone else pretending to be me. Thank you, baby, for sharing that. She's still talking and she's confused right now. She's out of the physical body, but also out of the astral body. The soul has been disconnected from the spiritual and the astral and the mind. She does not have a good sense of direction or depth perception. What she's seeing now, and I'm seeing some woman is fucking with her on the other side, a black female and two white females. They're teaming up. And I actually saw there was a celebration. Three women were celebrating when she was pronounced physically dead. And I believe some of these are in Miami. So it's kind of confusing to me because I see a female that knew her that was there. And she was like, how could you let me down? How could you do this to me? I thought you were my friend. How could you leave me hanging? Like she felt backstabbed and set up by this friend. There was a male there, another female. So these must have been hotel employees. And I wonder what medical personnel or what people she had there assisting her. I wonder if she paid for a nurse and medical personnel to watch over her and make sure that she was okay because she's feeling betrayed and saying they did not. So hopefully we'll find out if she paid for the medical service and for someone to clean her and give her medication. And I'm still wondering why. I wonder who was there giving her medication. She was on something because she told me she had been given something to relax her and put her to sleep. So she was in and out of consciousness, like I said in the first reading, but she also at the doctor's office was in and out of consciousness. She was feeling funny. She wasn't feeling that good. So it made me wonder, was she alert enough to walk? I doubt it. Getting right up out of surgery, off the table, she wasn't walking. If she had to lay down and make sure she was stable, probably put in a wheelchair. After what she had done to her, she couldn't stand straight up and be alert. Her body wasn't strong. She just went through a lot of trauma. Surgery is trauma to the body. Even if it's surgery to do a good thing or make a correction, it's still trauma to the body and it puts the body in shock. So the body has to recover. And it also depends on your attitude. This doctor is working to cover all of his legal angles to make sure he does not go to jail and he is not disbarred for years, for a long period of time. He's making sure he dots his I's, crosses his T's, and that the lying ass staff that works for him is going along with it. Because this girl started having problems inside that doctor's office after that surgery because it was something dealing with anesthesia during the surgery. And when I'm looking at her brain, I'm seeing there was a glitch in her brain and also in the central nervous system. Because when I look at the spinal cord and I look at the nerves that reach out and go into the whole abdominal pelvic area, the whole front of the stomach, side of the stomach, back of the stomach, tailbone, hips and legs, going down into the feet. Something, the nerve was nicked. One of her nerves was nicked and damaged. I wonder, was her bowel perforated? Is it perforated or perforated? Probably pronouncing it wrong. Like torn, nicked. Because I see blood in the abdomen, under the muscle, under the abdominal muscle. And I'm wondering, did she get lipo? Did she get 360 lipo? Or did she just get lipo in the front? And did she get anything done to her vagina? Because this is the area she keeps going at and showing me the navel. And then beneath the navel, on the pubic bone, like right there on top of the vagina. So that makes me really wonder. And then she's saying, I can't walk. I can't walk. So I'm wondering, did it affect one leg more than the other? And or it's, I'm wondering too about an artery. Was there something in the artery? Was there a blood clot in the artery? Was there fat in the artery? If she was lipo, did it accidentally move into the artery and travel up the artery to the heart, because it looks like one chamber of her heart was clogged? Well, did she have a heart issue, or did she get a heart issue during the surgery? It was like the way she was moving her mouth and talking or trying to form words, and on one side of the mouth makes me wonder, did she have a seizure? Because she couldn't form her words, she couldn't talk, or she was trying to form the words with her mouth, and no sound was coming out, and her heart started beating really fast, and then it would go slow, and then it would bump, 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 then bump, 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 like very irregular heartbeat, and it affected her lungs and her breathing, her ability to think, to see, to walk. These things were starting to happen while she was in surgery. That's what she's telling me. But it was kind of subtle, but underneath, they know because they see. They have the heart monitors, the breathing monitors. And I'm wondering, who was her anesthesiologist? Was this anesthesiologist a medical doctor? Was this a licensed medical doctor? And what is the record? If we can find out that they won't even admit she had surgery at this doctor's center, I'm sure it will come out eventually. They're not talking now or telling the police anything, but they're going to have to. If it's verified that she got surgery with that doctor that she was photographed with, was that a medical doctor that was her anesthesiologist, or was it some nurse practitioner or some other medical person that was taught how to give anesthesia? Because that's going to be a real bad problem for whoever did this, because we can't guarantee right now that was a doctor that was her anesthesiologist and that was monitoring her breathing and her heart and the type of medication she was given. But you know what? Let's say even if that was okay, if the anesthesia was okay, she didn't have any allergic reactions to that, it will not matter, because she's showing me a nerve, a artery, and possible tear in the gut, as well as some of the muscle being damaged because there was blood underneath her skin. She was bleeding internally, as well as the heart attack. But it could have been stopped because her heart started acting irregular. So they could have caught that immediately. So I do believe, if what I'm saying on the other side is correct, the doctor's negligent, and that's why he won't talk. That's why he won't come out and publicly identify himself as the doctor that performed her surgery. And that staff is crooked as hell. Lying, covering up things, trying to delete and destroy evidence before they speak. And there's already a lot of heavy magic going on. And there's magic that was put on her. There was magic done throughout this relationship, but in the past few years, it's gotten worse. And I know I saw the magic, the black magic on him and the occult practices around him and that industry that both of them were in, and magic from jealous females. There's a very powerful, this doctor even has magic on him to protect him from the dirty things he does and the souls that he steals. If he can get away with getting them out of the body, because they're very valuable. Certain souls are very, very valuable. However, in the way this went, on a 3D level, this is not going to help him make money. On a spiritual level, it could, because you took a valuable soul, someone that shines bright, and she's full of light. So they would get her as opposed to her boyfriend because she's innocent. She doesn't have an evil bone in her body. And another thing that bothers me, either she was in a part-time lesbian relationship, a bisexual relationship, or her husband was fucking someone else, or she has a very close female friend that want to fuck her and her husband, or they have secretly done some type of threesome. There's a female around her that want to fuck her or have been fucking her. That's because the lady called herself in love with Jackie O. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This lady is very hurt right now. But it's two of them. And it's also one around her that's using this as a money-making opportunity. The one is one lady that act like she was so up under her and loved her, want to be her best friend. Now she's pulling away, like she's disinterested in the friendship, moving in another direction and focusing on her career. Like whoever this lady was, her and Jackie O were friends and also working on new businesses together, new business projects together. But this lady want to be her lover, or they were lovers. I don't want to accuse her. It doesn't matter to me. It's not a big deal. If she's bisexual. But for some reason, this woman is coming up here that called herself, if she wasn't, and it was a three-way relationship. So, and I said in the very beginning, it's either her or her husband, or sometimes they might get with this bitch and they both take turns on the bitch, and it's just an understanding. And they also very good friends, because this lady be up under her all the goddamn time. Then I'm seeing another one here that was her friend, and now she backed away from it, and now she's using this girl's physical death to focus on making money for her goddamn self and off creating other business projects and getting men with money to try to finance her, like they were doing Jackie and her. Like both of them had projects going on, or both of them was talking about doing a project together. Now this lady's using this death as an opportunity to say, well, let's not focus on Jackie. Oh, now let's focus on me, because I'm here now. So I understand you had what you had with her, but now that can't happen. And what about me, though? So black girl doing this shit. I also see a black woman doing magic on Jackie, and I see two white women. They in entertainment. One of them might be on that show. So I want to see fucking with somebody on that goddamn show, or have fuck with, and the girl like him and want her for herself, but he was with Jackie O, so they want to come between this here. So they wanted something to happen to Jackie O. It's really, and Jackie O, that baby don't know. She don't, Lord Jesus, this baby don't even know a whole bunch of the Bible. She just innocent. She don't, damn. And that happened to her because she did not have nobody working magic to protect her. And it happened to her because she was not doing occult studies. She don't even know. Probably somebody would say Illuminati to her. She would be like, "What is that? Some type of goddamn company outfit or something?" I don't think she would have known. Why? Because of the way she is with me now. It's like she didn't have any idea that this was going to happen to her. She didn't really have idea of how many people was jealous of her and didn't like her, and even some of these women was around her wanted to be her and want to take her place. So she doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. And now she's in limbo. This lady, one of these ladies is doing magic on her, took her soul out of the body and is playing with her, taunting her, moving her from one dimension to the other. She's literally lost right now. And she doesn't understand what is going on. And then when I heard this shit yesterday, I said, oh my God, I knew that a black bitch was doing magic on her and out of jealousy. I did not know Azalea Banks, but she is the type that would do some shit like that because her mind ain't wrapped too tight. And some people's like, well, if she did that and she added to her death, or why she ain't adding into her career, she ain't got no power. No, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Because I've met people like that where people have been scared of them. They might not have a lot of money and shit, but they're the type of people, instead of making wealth happen quickly, they make disaster happen quickly. These people got spirits on them where they could put death on somebody and put a bad accident on somebody. And if the person is not ready for that shit coming that way or shielded, woe unto they motherfucking ass, because they're going to be fucked up real bad or dead. Some people have spirits on them, the gift to speak death on somebody. Just like people have a gift on them to speak blessing and life on somebody. She clearly is one of those types. And what's really weird and interesting that tells me a lot here, Azalea Banks is 32 years old and her birthday is May the 31st. Jackie O died on May 31st and Jackie O was 32 years old. That is not a coincidence. She did that so hard, so much black magic, and had so much hatred towards DC Young Fly and said he humiliated her and called her ugly. It went so deeply, she targeted the girl. I don't want to kill you because that won't cause you as much pain and you won't be here to see it. But if I kill your bitch, and I know that's what you value over me, and you said he called her ugly, but that girl is beautiful, and plus you're an arrogant, egotistical narcissist, so I'm going to knock you down, and this will knock you down. The one you said above me, better than me, I'm going to kill this bitch, because this will hurt you more, you'll be alive to see it. See, people think like that, because somebody's like, well, why she didn't kill him? That's not the fucking point. Not point, point. You don't understand how somebody with a real pussy think. And some of y'all women, y'all got a pussy and you still don't get it. But this is a different type of individual here, Azalea Banks, who thinks differently. And in a way, she thinks like a fucking man. It would not give me as much pleasure, and it would not break your heart as bad if I kill you. Because, see, I want this to be a shit show that everybody can see. And I want to let you know once it happens that you have to give me credit for it, because I am a hell of a bitch. I done told y'all niggas don't fuck with me. That's what she said. Y'all niggas gonna stop fucking with me. Y'all gonna learn not to fuck with me. God damn it. Call her all kind of ugly black bitches and talks about her teeths and shit. Well, we gonna see who's an ugly black bitch now. Because I'm finna kill this half white bitch that you think is so sad. See, this will hurt you more. See? And now I'm gloating and I'm gonna let everybody know I had a hand in this shit. It will make sense. Because the girl had no protection on her.
And I'm seeing her in there, and a lot of the magic ritual went on in that room because it was witches that knew this was going to go down. And we know it's in entertainment because Azalea knew. And we don't know who Azalea knows. Y'all can call her a nothing ass bitch and ain't got no hit songs all you fucking want to, but you don't know who she know. And she knows a lot of powerful white folks and powerful black folks. You don't know what the fuck she know. And the girl advertised that she was going down there. She is totally innocent. That's why she physically dead, because she's innocent. And they are trying to, they like gobbling up this girl. So she has demons around her. If you really couldn't see, you wouldn't be able to talk to this girl right now. It's hard to talk to that girl because she got all these, what they did. It's like you kill somebody, grab them by their throat, and drag them down into a hellish place. They drug her into the darkness. I can see her though. She's afraid and she's confused and she's lost. These witches are playing with her. It's, you know how a cat will get a rat and it's like, I want to eat this rat, but you know what? I don't really feel like tearing your flesh open and eating you right now. I want to play with you. So I'm going to lure you into a corner and you're not going to be able to get out. And I'm just going to take my paws and scratch at you and swipe at you. But I'm not going to do anything to you right now because it's just fun to play with my food before I eat you. I'm just going to play with you for a little while. This just, well, somebody just want to do it with you. It's several witches. These are not very old. That's why you younger women better wake the fuck up because they're taught the craft young. Or if their mothers don't teach them, they get taught. These are black and white women. And they're taking her soul from her. They want to take her soul and they want to use her. They want to do, it's called soul keeping. Soul keeping. They want to keep her soul and use her and also use it to fuck with DC Young Fly. Because it looks like on the low, he's done some things that we don't know about and messing with some bitches. While he been with her, and some people don't like inside the industry that we can't see how he has treated her and talked to her, talk about her. So unfortunately, she's innocent and she gets to suffer what she does not deserve. See, the innocent and your good deeds do not protect you, bitches. Wake the fuck up now, because I used to think that shit and was taught that, and it's a goddamn lie. You're not protected because you've done a lot of good deeds. You're protected if you have your armor on. That's it. Because people see that you're a good person and you always want to help people and save them, but you're not protected, you're fucked. If the white one side to get in your ass, you fucked. I know. I've almost died several times, remember? I'm talking about the positions I was in. I knew I was getting ready to go. Like the time I told you I was under an 18-wheeler truck, goddamn it, my roof was being crushed in and I was almost made out of potted meat with my son. Yeah, he just so happened to see me under there. He said, something told me to look down and I saw you under my 18-wheeler. And when he stopped, it said, poof, my car popped out. And I was injured, but superficially. Not one scratch on me, even though the glass cracked up and shot in my face. No cuts to the face. I can't explain it other than my ancestors. Unfortunately, and I know how she feels because I've had surgery and almost died. I don't know how I got out of that. Getting up, walking around, supposedly stitched together, but leaking through my wound, guts hanging out. I walked around like that for 12 years. I don't know how I did it. And I got reconstructed, woke up, and was more gifted than I was, and could see more than I did before I went to sleep. Unfortunately, she wasn't so lucky. What got her is what went on as well. Not getting the right medication, being drugged, can't get up. They pent this girl in like a prisoner. They had her locked in. People that were in that room were in there to save her and help her get to the hospital. They supposed to have been called to the hospital for that girl. They sat there and pent that girl down like she was trapped inside of a prison and then sacrificed that goddamn girl. I can tell that's what happened because of where I see her at now. And she's asking for help. And people can't see on the other side this girl. It's like they're sitting there. It's witches doing this. It's three witches doing it, black and white. And one of them is supposed to be her best buddy. I'm not calling no names. But you know what? Instead of us just looking at her man and see if he goes up, let's see if any of her friends, female friends and associates that hang with her, let's watch where their career goes. Let's see who goes up and who goes down and who stays where they are. And this is just not one girlfriend either. This is more than one black girl. Hmm. Let's watch them, and y'all gonna tell me what you see. Because it's not just him, it's females too that partook in this ritual, this oath to take that girl's soul and sacrifice that girl down there in Miami. Because it was someone that practiced magic that was in her room, in her hotel room, and she didn't know everybody in there because some of them was staff. But somebody was with her just to do that ritual to kill her away from home. Hmm. It was female too. One male, but the female was the ringleader of the shit. She's also telling me, come call my daddy. Please call my daddy. I want to talk to my daddy. I want my daddy to check on my children. I want my daddy to check on my house. She said that John, DC Youngfly, she said he's not always good at business. And I don't trust him to be good at handling my business steady. I don't want him to have to the house. I want it to be paid for and put up in trust the legal papers file so that my children can grow up in that house. That house belonged to them. And she said, Daddy, I'm not sure if you want to bring the three children out there, but all I know is I would like you to see them and check on them. I don't want my children separated. I don't want them abused and misused and talked down to like they not wanted and they not loved, because a lot of people act like they love me and love them, but they don't really want the responsibility of taking care of them every day. I'm scared for my babies because they don't have me there to physically protect them, Daddy. I know that you didn't like my man. I know it was things you wanted me to do and I should have followed your instructions, Daddy. I know now. I understand now. I'm over here. I can see some things clearer. And I should have done everything that you told me to do. And I know you didn't like him for me. She's saying that her daddy did not like DC Young Fly. Her daddy did not want her being with him because he felt like he would fuck around on her and mistreat her and not really love her and respect her and protect her like he should as a man. He was like, she said, Daddy, I'm sorry. I think if I would have listened to you, I would have been here. But then she also says these things about him that remind her of her daddy. So I wonder, because she said a lot of people don't know him and he has a soft side. He made me laugh. He made me cry because he tell me his true feelings and his hurt and the things that he went through. She said he would go through all these emotions, and DC Youngfly has these different personalities that he doesn't show everybody. And she said I see him at his worst and when he didn't have any money, and I loved him and I believed in him and I believed in what he wanted to do, and I felt like he was a good person and a loving and a kind person and got taken advantage of in the industry and didn't always get treated the way he should have or got everything he deserved. And I just felt like he needed my love. He needed me to love him. He had never been loved. He really didn't know how. I felt he had a lot of love to give, but he wasn't getting that from everyone. He never had anyone like me to just show him just pure unconditional love and acceptance. And then she said sometimes she was his punching bag because she wouldn't leave him. She said I was drawn to him just like a puppy. And I chased him. I wanted to be up under him. She's like, I just couldn't leave him alone. There was something about him that got me addicted. She's like, I loved his touch. I loved his beautiful dark skin. I loved his smell, his energy. People don't know him like I do. They haven't seen him like I do. I just clung to him. I loved him and I wanted him to love me. I wanted to be with him, but then she said he had a darker side, a cold side that could be very cold and vindictive and say things to hurt me. And he would look at me and see how I responded in my eyes, like he was doing it on purpose, like to test me, or would I leave, or would I fight him back, or would I say hurtful things back, or would I run away? She said, and it would make me upset. It would make me cry because he had these different sides, but at the same time, I felt like he needed me. I couldn't just leave him. It was something so special and beautiful about him. I'm listening to this shit and I'm just like, okay, baby, all right. I understand. I done been there about a nigga before, goddamn it. So she's like, she doesn't know. It ain't like she had a lot of niggas or was a hoe and getting fucked on and all that shit and prostituting. She didn't do that. So she didn't know. She's just a baby in a lot of ways. It's just like I wanted my family. I wanted to be. I craved to be a mom. I wanted to be a good mom. I was never leaving my babies because I was left by my mother, and that's always a pain in me. But I don't talk about it, and I try to act like I don't care, but I do. It's my heart is still broken behind it, and I wasn't gonna do that to my babies. I wanted to show that I was better than her. And one day I wanted her to see me and what I had done. And how could you leave me and walk away from me? But for some reason, she wanted that with him. And I think I did see a picture of her daddy on Google. And I'm like, what is it about her daddy that we don't know? Because she said, in some ways, he reminded her of her daddy. And she felt comfortable and safe with him. She liked being in his arms and just, she liked him to put his arms around her and be up under him. And she felt like nothing could happen to her when she was with him. I just, I don't see what she see. But then again, when she started explaining it to me, and she said there's a softer, deeper, more sensitive side to him, a hurt side to him, and things he's gone through and been made fun of and picked at because of his look and his appearance. She said he doesn't show that to everybody. He doesn't talk about it to the public, but he did with her. And she said it made her fall in love with him even more. But I think she just doesn't have a reference for what a strong, good man is and what love is, because she had self love pain, self love wounds, and issues, and her mother helped to put that there. And clearly, whatever other man she dated weren't good to her because she wouldn't have got with him. She would still be with them. So she was bad at picking men. And a lot of times she would pick them for their potential and try to feel like, well, if I love you and I accept you and I change you, you're going to change. And that's the wrong reason. A lot of us get caught in that shit before we know better. She just innocently wanted to be with him. It wasn't about money and that. She was looking for love. She was willing to give her heart away to people to make them love her. And that's not, I'm sorry, that's not what happens. And what else she was saying? I'm just listening to the baby talk. She feels so remorseful and so sorry about what happened to her, and it's her babies. She kept mentioning, she always mentions the babies. And she's afraid somebody's going to hurt them and abuse them. She's like, nobody can love them like I can. There are people that can and that protect them. And I hope that's who they're with, along with their father stepping up. They need their father. That's the closest thing to what's comforting for them besides their mother. We're going to see what he does, even though he has to go on the road and work. I don't think he can really handle this by himself because he never had to handle them by himself. She always wanted her babies with her. Everywhere she go, her babies with her. And that's what she still wants. But somebody's trying to drag her off so she can't even get to the babies. Right now, she's not with the babies completely because this is so cruel. This girl didn't do nothing to deserve what's happening to her. And it's all jealousy and revenge. And some of it's revenge against him because women wanted him and he didn't treat them like he treats her, even though he can be callous and a narcissist. He still lived with her and had the children with her. But the other women, he just fucked and don't nobody know he fucking them. And he did not commit to leave her to be with them. Um, and he has his own demons because they're doing stuff on him too. What else she's saying? Because I have to talk with her. They're trying to break her up, like fragment her in a lot of little pieces, like a kaleidoscope. So she just playing with her, just laughing, just fucking with her. I don't know how long this is gonna last. I'm gonna watch it, and I was gonna leave this reading alone, but I'm not gonna leave her because of what I see here. This is quite cruel. This is some mean girl witches. I've never seen this book before. And God, she clearly didn't see him coming. But the scary thing to me is one of these black bitches around her is a witch right with them. They have been around this girl, watching her with him this whole time as they love her, and there might have been something sexual here, so that they can put the spells on her. Line her up for the initiation process of being sacrificed. This baby, they encouraged that shit. That girl walked into that shit without studying, doing her research, and she doesn't have intuition. If she did, she didn't use it. And she wasn't encouraged to use it. And she didn't have people around her to do spells before she went down there to protect that girl. They wanted her. Oh man. I can tell from what I'm seeing now. And how they playing tricks on her mind. She go right there, her and spin around in a circle real fast and throw her left. And she's like, where am I? What the fuck happened to me? And the lights are, she can't see. It's dark. Where she is, it's dark. And that's not where she deserves to be because she has an angel energy. So I'm just going to call her angels in. And Archangel Michael needs to be with her because he fights evil and destroys it. Archangel Michael, go be with her. Bring her out of that spot for me. I didn't want to, but listen, I'm going to have to do a ritual for that baby. She's just a sweet baby. I'm sorry. I can't say anything bad about her. Like these people are beating her up for the surgery. You're in the public figure. You're a beautiful woman. You make money off your beauty. And something happened to you. You had your 3 babies and you want to be put back in place and be able to wear less clothes and be beautiful because people like beautiful people and people like to buy things from beautiful people. And you're mad because she got surgery. If you're in the public eye and if you're not a fat, ugly ass bitch, that they just accept you being a fat, ugly ass bitch. If you're beautiful and something happened to you and you got to step your game up and you got to stay beautiful, your agents and your managers will tell you to get surgery too. So I'm not agreeing with y'all on this. I just agree that she didn't have good judgment and do investigations and have other people to do it for her. But to say she didn't need the surgery, she shouldn't get the surgery. No, if she wanted it, she should have gotten it. She knows what her issues are. I don't. And she's in the public eye. She's a star and she's a brand and she's a public a public influencer. So she has to be on point all the time, like the rest of the girls and the rappers that got their body done. That's what comes with it. The better you look and the more the public loves you, the more you're gonna sell. And that was her job, to be beautiful and sell. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to condemn her for that. But it's just, unfortunately, she was set up to be slaughtered by this doctor. I'm wondering, was the daddy at some point narcissistic with women? Because I think I read somewhere that the daddy was single the first few years of her life. He might have dated, but then he found another white woman to marry, and they had some more children. So she has some brothers and sisters. Well, possibly brothers. I know they mentioned something about a sister took care of one of her children when she got her first breast surgery, and she did not like her breast. She said she didn't have none. And I saw a video where she was asking him, John, tell him how my chest looked before my surgery. And he started laughing. He said, it looked like a fourth grader chest. Wasn't that up there, just a nipple. So she didn't have any breast tissue. And she said it bothered her, but he also let her know that he didn't like it either. And I understand that, you want to please your man, and he got all these women hitting on him, and he probably was a hoe. And when you get naked, you want your man to want to fuck you and be turned on by you. So if a man say, hey, I want your titties like this, I want your legs like this, I want your butt like this, you're going to do what you can to create the sex symbol image he got in his mind. So when he think of that, he look at you and he think of that and want to fuck you, and don't want to be another woman ass because this woman ain't got no titties. It's normal to feel that way and want to please your man and enhance whatever he wants you to enhance. But shit, if somebody want me to do that, you must be paying for it, right? Cause do what you want on me. I know I'm finna pay for my own surgery to be with you. And that's what a lot of niggas do. They pay for it. But they also research. And unfortunately, I don't think she did. Because there was no way she couldn't have did that and seen this nigga had just came out of court a week before she died after getting surgery from him. And you would still go anyway? There's no way she couldn't have did a fucking homework, baby. Thank you, Kanisha. Well, I'm a little tired, y'all. I'm gonna lay down. I've been busy and I hit my cash out. I make it clap. You want me to come back some more and share some more about this? And who is such a sad story. I will later. I'll talk to y'all soon.